Hi guys, thought we could visit for a little while. Missing my friends. So I thought I'd come on and say, hey, what's up? Just answering a quick message. Anyway, hey Jody, how you doing, love? Good to see you. Hi Marin, good to see you. Welcome. So good to see you guys. I thought we could just chat a while. I'm okay. I'm doing good. Got candles going all over for all my friends. All kinds of friends that I got candles going for. I'll show you. I got a bunch over there going, and I got a bunch over here going. Candles everywhere. I'm glad you're good. I'm good. I'm just kicking back. I was sitting here bored, and I thought, I want to talk to my friends before I go cook dinner, so I thought I'd come on and see if anybody wanted to chat. Thank you. I love my hair, too. Oh my God, me too, Marin. I'm so glad. Hi, Jen. Well, I hope you sleep good, love. Glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I loved your talk today, by the way. I'm so glad the retrograde is over. I'm so glad. Everybody take a nice cleansing bath tonight. Jen was right about that. That's a great idea. Jen, the other Jen. She said everybody should take a nice cleansing bath tonight. And she is so right. Get that all off us. Nasty stuff. It was awful. Oh my Lord, I couldn't say a sentence without my tongue being tied. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. I'm loving it. So me. So me. So me. I really don't have anything to talk about. I just missed everybody and wanted to chat. I was sitting here thinking I have to go make dinner and I don't want to. I just want to visit with my friends, so I thought I'm just going to go live and chat. See everybody before I have to cook. So here I are. Oh, I got a new stick pin today. You want to see? It's so pretty. It's antique. It's not antique, but the bead is antique. I'll show you up close. Come on, focus, you booger. There it is. You can't see through it with my hand in it, but it's cobalt. Go the other way, Candy. It's cobalt blue. And it's see-through, and it's so beautiful. I love it. I am making breakfast for dinner tonight. Hi, Kiwanda. It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it's cobalt blue, and I don't know if you can see through it, but on the right there, on the rock cupboard, I have a blue, it's cobalt blue, and it's just a big, huge vase-looking sun catcher that goes outside, and someday I'll have it outside, but not here. But anyway, it's the same shape as this, and the same color, and I fell in love with this bead. I wish I could, let me see. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see. I think I can make it work. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Can you see the cobalt blue? I mean, it's not in focus, but you can see through it. Isn't that cool? Hi, Chris. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you, Kiwanda. I just got it today. I ordered it a little while back on Etsy, and I don't remember the shop. Damn. I'll put it in the in the information bar. Sorry, I was eating Doritos and I've got them stuck in my teeth. Thank you, Marin. I love it. Yeah, it was real. It's a nice, and it was a good deal. It was under $10. I don't remember the exact price, but it was under $10. And it's really long, and it's got a cap on the end, so you don't stick yourself. It's really a nice pen, nice stick pen. I'm so glad you started reading runes, Chris. That's awesome. So are you using a book to study, or are you studying online, or how are you learning them? Thank you, you guys. Thank you, Jody. And did you guys catch Jen the Taxidermy Witch? Did you catch her live on earlier? She was on for just a little bit. She came on and talked about her trip and had a delicious looking burger. It was so good looking. It made me want a burger so bad. We're having breakfast for dinner though at our house. Nice and easy. Nice easy dinner. And I'm not making pancakes. Pancakes take forever, so I'm just doing some eggs and some meat and some hash browns. And I'm cheating on the hash browns. I'm using frozen ones. So what are you guys up to? What's everybody doing tonight? Just kicking back, or you got plans? It's a Thursday, so most people don't have plans on Thursday. Oh, that's beautiful, Kawanda. Yeah, blue is a good color. It's a healing color. And it would be great for Reiki because it's a healing color. It would be really good for that. Just beautiful for that. Very positive color. And let's see. I would dress up a green candle for prosperity. Not for money, but for prosperity. And do it, let me show you something, and do it to bring you prosperity to get your business going. And let me show you something. I think I did a video on dressing pillar candles, but I'll show you anyway right quick. If it were me, I would take a big pillar candle like this, and I would write on it prosperity, and then prosperity on the other side in nice large letters. And then I would write up the side, down the side, because you want to bring it to you. So, wait a minute. Yeah, down the side. I would write starting a Reiki business, or whatever the exact wording would be for you, in between the words prosperity. And then I would write it around the bottom, and I'd write it around the top. And then I'd bless the candle, whatever way you send your intention into something, and then I would set it on your altar and light it every day. That's what I would do if it were me and I were working towards that. That's exactly what I would do. Candle magic. It's good stuff. I have to put my 6 eyes on because I'm having trouble reading the screen, so don't judge. But blue is definitely a good color for positive energy work. If you want to, like you're wanting to work, like if you're taking your exams or something, blue is a good color to burn while you're taking exams, or before an exam, or after an exam. Another thing is when you're doing schoolwork, I know this sounds silly, but it works. I used it for my daughter who recently graduated from ENT school. Take a little bit of curry in a spoon, and you don't need much, just like the tip of a spoon, very tip. and drop a tiny bit on your hand, and then dust your hands in the curry before an exam. And, you know, kind of slap them together, and you could rub them off on a paper towel when you're done. But curry dusting on your hands brings good luck during an exam. I know it sounds crazy, but it is a spell, and it does work. It works well. I used it for my daughter before her exams, and she passed with a 94% in her class. 96% in her class. Works very well. And we used it before all her exams, so it's a good spell. It's a good spell. Of course, while you're putting that there and you're dusting your hands, you want to be adding the intention of, you know, getting a good grade on your exam. You want to be really adding that intention into it. You don't want to just throw curry on your hand and walk away, but you want to be adding the intention of getting a good grade on your exam and having an easy time going through the exam and so on. Yeah, some advice that I give people is if you want to connect with them, you can sometimes get them to come to you in your dreams and give you messages in your dreams. And a good way to do that is to leave a glass of water by your bed. It doesn't take much. You don't have to fill the whole glass, but a little bit of water by your bed. I learned this from a really dear friend of mine. A little bit of water by your bed, and ask them before you go to sleep, and make sure it's before you go to sleep and not like 20 minutes when you're getting in bed and you're going to journal and you're going to do all that. Like right before you go to sleep, ask them, spirit guides, please come to me in my dreams and give me any messages I need, and then go to sleep. And be sure you record your dreams, because messages come in all kinds of ways, and it may take you a day of processing to understand it. Go back and read your journal to understand what that message might have been. Definitely a good way to, definitely a good way to try to connect. Yeah, Jody's done that. Jody knows. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. It's a good way to try to connect, because they sometimes have as much trouble getting through as you do. You know, they may be trying very hard to communicate with you and not having a very easy time. So dreams are sometimes easier for them as much as it's easier for you. Just be sure you keep a pad and a pen by your bed, so when you wake up you can record those dreams, because they may not make any sense to you right now. But if you go back later and read them, you may see the message in there and be like, oh my Lord, that's astounding. And you may get the message later, even if you don't get it that morning. And you're so welcome. I hope that helps you. I really do. Yeah, it's a good way to connect. And Jody knows that. She's done that. And she got the advice from the same friend I did. And he's amazing. Yeah. See, they could be messages. You should always keep track of your dreams, because you could be getting messages and not realizing it, because the dreams seem so odd when we have them that we're not looking at the, at the breakdown of them. We're just looking at, oh my God, that was a weird dream. But we're not looking at the breakdown. And that's what we need to be paying attention to, is the breakdown of them. Hey, Skins fan, bless your heart. Thank you for coming by. So good to see you. We're talking about dreams. Doing this, I want to go to work at St. Jude and help the family relax under pressure. Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea, Kawanda. You're welcome, Marin. I really hope that works for you. And please keep in touch and let me know. This is Skins Fan. He's a good friend of mine, you guys. If you haven't checked out his channel, you definitely should. He's a good guy, and he helps everybody. He's just a great man. Good heart. Yeah, Jody, recording them is definitely a great idea. Kawanda, that's a great goal. And if you're feeling blocked, you might want to do some work on contacting your spirits as well, your guides. A glass of water by your bed isn't going to hurt at all, and record your dreams. Remember to do that. Recording dreams is really important. We just never know. Ah, it's true, Skins. You're a great guy. Love you to death. You're just a good guy. All the time, all day long. Yeah, keeping track of your dreams is really important because you just never know what kind of message you're getting. You could be getting a message from the God source and you'd never know it because you're not keeping track of your dreams. And dreams are very interpretive. We can be getting messages all night long in our dreams and never know it. Skins fan, he's a good guy. So I'm digging my new hair, guys. Digging it. Loving the silver. It's so me. My hubby misses the sandy blonde. There are actually even just a quartz is a good deal. Thank you, Marin. Thank you. A quartz is a good deal to keep by your bed, and if you have a tourmaline, tourmaline is a good stone to keep by the bed. Tourmaline is a really good stone to keep by the bed. Oh, you betcha, Skins. I will, for sure. I missed your live today, and that really bummed me. I went in and you were clicking off right when I got there, so I missed it, but I will definitely stay connected with you. You betcha. I'm a fan of Skins fan. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, Merritt, and you can get stones online. Just be careful where you get them. You don't want to spend an arm and a leg for a quartz point or a tourmaline. Tourmalines are not easy to get just in any rock shop, but a quartz is usually easy to get in most any rock shop. But you want to be really careful where you get a tourmaline because a lot of places will charge you an arm and a leg, and they're really not an expensive stone. So don't pay an arm and a leg for one. This is a New Year's, so you have to adjust because it's cute. Yeah, I take it off for him when it's nighttime. I take it off for him and wear my normal hair. So he's happy with that. He doesn't like hate it. He loves the new hair. He loves it. But he misses my sandy blonde. So I wear it for him. I take the wig off and let him see me. But I am digging the silver, man. So do you guys bless your tools? Do you use blessing oil on your tools, or do you just consecrate them? I mean, do you just cleanse them? Aw, bless your heart, Skins. You're a sweetheart. Skins is such a good guy. He's so good. Colorado, I have other quartz pieces and all was super attractive. Fluorite is a great stone. Fluorite is a really healing stone, and I need to tell Kawanda. Kawanda, if you have a fluorite, that's another great thing to keep around you for Reiki for healing, and it works really well on the third eye and the crown chakra. Even the throat chakra, it's really good for those upper chakras. That'll be really good to help you. Skins fan. Yeah, black tourmaline and quartz, you want to have that by your bed. And it doesn't matter what kind of quartz, you just want to have that by your bed. I love you too, Jody. You have yourself a good night, sweetheart. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. She's my sweetheart. I'm so glad you guys joined me. It's so awesome. It's called fluorite. Fluorite, and it comes in purple and green. I've even seen some that are headed towards a blue color, kind of the mixed of purple and green, looks almost blue. And they're really beautiful stones, and they're not expensive, but they are a very soft stone. You have to be careful because they sometimes can chip. I can show you a couple. I have some. So I have a, be sure to tell your subways to turn on their notifications. I will. If you guys go to Skins and hug him, be sure you turn your notifications on, because he's on live all the time, and he's great about taking care of everybody. He's really great about it. Good deal, Marin. You guys be sure you check Skins out. He's really awesome. Hi, Sophie. Welcome, honey. It's good to see you. I appreciate you coming by. We're talking about fluorite and Skins Fan. He is a Skins Fan all day. He's a great channel, and we're talking about how he helps everybody out, and everyone should visit him and hit that bell so you can see him. So I was going to show you this, and you may not be able to see it on the camera because it looks clear, but it is actually a big chunk of fluorite, and it's a light green color. Another thing about fluorite is you don't want to leave it in a window because it will fade, and that's why this is not as green as it was at one time, because I didn't realize that and I left it in a window. And this is really green because I've never put it in a window. Of course, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's got some real green in it, and it's got a kind of a blue hint where the purple hits the green down here. And this is a fluorite wand, sorry, fluoride. And so it comes in purple, dark green, and light green. And then this is the dark purple. And they're all fluorite, every one of them. But remember, it's a soft stone, and it will chip, but it's great. Thank you, thank you. I do crystal healing, so I have a few wands. But it is a soft stone, so you have to be really careful with it. And I want to suggest something to you. If you use wands at all for healing, or even your own self, if you use them, and this is going to sound crazy, but I chip my wands, and I do that for a reason. Wands are cut, and they're filed, and they're sanded, and they're graded, and they're not a natural stone. And when a stone is not natural, it can't give you all of its energy. It's closed up. It's been cut and graded and filed and, you know, chiseled, and it can't give you all of its natural power because it's enclosed in there. So I don't know if you can see, but I chipped the very end of my stone. There you go. You can see I've chipped the very end. And I chipped the very end of all of my wands. And I do that because I want the power of that wand to be able to get out. The power of that stone, I want it to be able to seep out and help who I'm using it for. And this is a personal thing. I'm not telling you you have to do it. But I feel the power of the stone can't get out if it's all closed in by all this sanding and cutting and grading. And I just feel it can't get out. And I prefer to use natural stones. You'll notice there's chips in some points on this stone as well. Again, because I just feel when a stone is cut and filed and graded, the power can't get out. So cool. I'm glad you could see it. So that's just my personal choice as a crystal healer. I feel the energy of this stone needs to get out. Hey, Bucky, bless your heart. Good to see you, honey. How you doing? So that's just my thoughts, but fluorite is a good stone. Fluorite is a good stone to have near you. I'm glad you made a beeline for it, Marin. It's a good stone. It does all kinds of things, and it really works well with the upper chakras. Excuse me. really, really well. It does all kinds of good things. It works on the throat to help you get that spinning and keep it spinning. It helps you be able to communicate better. Support, help, and communication. Oh, encouragement. Support, help, and encouragement. Support, help, and encouragement. Any stone you get will support and help you. Encouragement. Encouragement towards, give me a goal. I am awesome, Bucky. Putting off cooking dinner. I'm here chatting instead. It's just so much more fun. I don't wanna. Any excuse. Any excuse to put it off a little while. What are you up to? I really liked your game. I think that is so fun that you do old school games. That is so cool. I like the old school games. I used to love Centipede, and I was so good at it back in the day. I haven't played it in years, but I was really good at it back when I was young. Held the high score at my supermarket for a couple of years. Centipede, I could play the hell out of that game back then. And Asteroid, was that the name of it? Asteroid or I think that was the name of it, Asteroid. I could play that one really well too. Pac-Man sucked. Always sucked, all my life. Pushing towards what you've been trying to do. Amber. Oh, fun. Dishes. Amber's a great stone, Kawanda, for helping you keep your attention and study. Asteroids, yeah. Yeah, they are fun. Amber is a really great stone for helping you study and for keeping you on track. Do you use a backpack by any chance? Yeah, I stink at Pac-Man. I really do. I just stink at it. I'm not fast enough. I don't know why. I'm fast at the other games, but not Pac-Man. Never was. If you use a backpack, oh, thank you, Marin. It's good to see you, and I hope you do tune in. I really enjoy your company. Thank you so much. If you do use a backpack, or even if your tools like a binder or anything has a pocket in it, or you could put an envelope in it, it would be a good thing to put, by Marin, some rosemary in something, an envelope. Some rosemary will help you with studying. A tiny bit of curry. You don't want to use much because it's going to stink anything it's near up. Oh, chakra stone helps. That's awesome. But I mean, when I say a pinch, I don't even want you to use a pinch. I mean the very, very tip of a fingernail. You don't want hardly any because it's going to stink it up. But a good amount of rosemary, a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of curry. Let me see. I was going somewhere with that. There's one more I want you to use. We're talking about studying. Rosemary, curry, parsley, a little bit of parsley. Those will help you immensely with studying and keeping your attention on track. And an amber stone will help, but I will be honest with you, amber is not inexpensive. Unless you've already got one, it's not going to be easy to come by. Now, what you can do is get a strand of amber beads at a decent price on Amazon. A small strand, like even a bracelet strand, and make a piece of jewelry out of that. And amber is a great stone for studying and staying on track. It's like the best stone. And I used to put a little piece of amber in my kids' backpacks, just to help them with school, because it really does help. Really, truly does help. And then there's always, lighting a candle and sending a prayer to the God source. It helps. Sending a prayer to the God source with your goddess or God with your candle. Give intention to your candle and send that to the goddess or God source that you personally believe in. And that will bring you great success. I believe in a God source. I believe there's a source of energy that we're all part of. It's a proven fact that we all have energy in us, and that when we die, we literally weigh 4 ounces less at the moment of death. And I believe that's the energy leaving our body. And energy does not die. It has to go either back to its source or continue turning in the route it's in. So I believe it goes back to the source, and the source is, of course, a God source. And that's just my belief. That's not something I'm pushing on anyone. But so when I do a prayer or a oh, you're not stopping me from cooking. I ain't going nowhere, girl. I'm in no hurry. When I do a prayer or an enchantment or any of that stuff, I do it in a candle, and I send it to the universe, or I put it on my altar, and I give it to Hecate, who I believe comes to me from the God source because of the help that I need at this moment. But I believe all our goddesses and gods are part of the God source and come to us in the form that we need them at the moment. And that's just my personal belief, not that I'm pushing it on anyone. So that can help immensely, a prayer or I don't know what else to call it other than a prayer, but a good wish, a good thought, a good intention sent into a candle can do wonders, can absolutely do wonders. I know a prayer is a touchy word sometimes to a lot of people who don't necessarily believe in Christianity, and I know it's a Christian word, and I'm not a Christian, and I don't believe in necessarily Christianity, but I do believe in a God source. So prayer is the word that I use because I send a prayer to the God source. I don't believe in a Christian God. I do believe in a God. I guess that's the way to put it. I don't know how else to put it. So, where do you live, Kawanda? Oh, I got messages all over the place. I live in California, in the U.S., but I have a lot of followers that don't live in the U.S. A lot of visitors, a lot of huggers. I shouldn't have said that word. You're not supposed to say that word. I'm a bad girl because I'm always using words I shouldn't use. Oh, Louisiana. I'm going to be close to there soon. I'm moving to Texas in a couple of months. About a month and a half, actually. Oh my God. No, it's about a month and a half. End of April to mid-May. We're not positive yet when exactly, but somewhere in that time frame. So the end of April to mid-May. So about a month and a half. So I'll be close to Louisiana. Plan on going there. I definitely want to go to New Orleans, not during the big visitations times, but I'd like to go and walk through the cemeteries there. They're just gorgeous, and I'd love to be able to visit. I'm a cemetery girl. I love cemeteries. cool thing is about where I'm going in Texas, they have a lot of old plantations, and there are just, it's just littered with cemeteries, so that's going to be fun for me. A lot of people don't like those things, but I do. I'm strange that way. I love cemeteries. I just like walking through them and seeing how old they are, and to me they're just peaceful, restful places to be, and I just love them. I like everything about them. Definitely, definitely. I try to go live at least once every other day. I try to go live every day, but it doesn't always happen. But I will definitely stay in touch. And if you, hi, old hippie, how you doing? Thank you so much. It's a mess right now because I'm moving. It's such a mess. Thank you, Sophie, for coming by. I hope you sleep well, love. It's such a mess right now because we're in the middle of moving, and my poor herb cupboard is just torn to pieces because I'm packing up my herbs. But thank you so much. If you have Skype, Kawanda, I'm on there under just Lunea, and my info and my normal videos is under there for Instagram. I'm Lunea's Corner on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook under Lunea. You can leave me messages and I'll message you back. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else on there. I don't know, but it's all on Skype's not under there, I don't think. But Skype, I'm Lunea, and then the rest of them are listed under my standard videos. I don't think it's listed on my lives. I'm so glad you came by, old hippie. I really appreciate it. Bless your heart. I try to hug everybody who's in my favorites channels, just because if they're in like Jen's channels, they've got to be absolutely awesome people. So I try to hug everybody in her channels because I'm just like, oh my God, they have to be awesome if they're following Jen. Have to be, because she's so awesome. Oh my God, yes, I love Skype. I love Skype. I use Skype all the time. I have, in fact, most of my friends on YouTube use Skype. We all Skype. And then there's another Jen that I follow, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. She uses Skype, so we Skype a lot too. But yeah, I have lots of Skypers. I love Skype. Skype is awesome because you can not only message, but you can actually talk to each other, and that's just so cool. I love it. I'm so glad you use Skype. That's cool. Hook up with me. I'd love to chat with you. I would love that. I am doing nothing tonight except putting off dinner. Yeah, we are considered dinosaurs, aren't we? Everybody goes, I don't even know what Skype is or how I would use it. It's so easy. Just download it. It kind of gives you how to use it. If you can use Facebook, you can use Skype. That's what Jen always says. Jen, the Taxidermy Witch, and she is so right. If you can use Facebook, you can definitely use Skype. It's easy. I am still drinking coffee. I drink coffee all day and half the night. I do. I'm a coffee freak. Old hippie, huh? I bet I got you beat. I'm 53. Oh, that's awesome. That is cool. So you get to talk to your family in the military. That's too cool. I have grandkids in Washington. I'm trying so hard to get them to do Skype, but their phones don't connect very good. So I usually only get to FaceTime with them, but it works. At least I get to see my grandkids and talk to them. I have sage on my shirt. Sage leaves. Just vintage, you're right. Just vintage. I don't have you beat? Oh my gosh. I thought for sure I'd have you beat. I have most everybody beat. Oh, that's funny. There's a few I don't have beat, but I'm close. That's funny. That's cool that you get to talk with your family, though. That's awesome, especially in the military, and much respect to them. Let them know there's people out there that really, 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 really thank them. You're part of the boomers? Okay. Aren't I? I don't know. I thought I was too. Maybe not. I don't know. I love connecting with people on Skype, though. Isn't it fun? You get to really, really, really get personal and get to talk to them one-on-one, and it's so nice. You want to see my stick pin I got today? It's so pretty. It's vintage as well, like we are. It's a vintage bead. The filigree around it, all the stuff around it is new, but the bead itself is vintage. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's really long too. It's seven inches, and it's got a cap on the end. There are many of us out here who are very grateful. There was a time that it wasn't like that, and that sickens me. So I always try my best to say thank you. Oh, Kiwanda, you're so welcome. I hope I helped you, honey. It means a lot to me to help people. And stay in touch. Stay in touch. And if you can get Skype, do it. Do it. I would love to chat with you. And if you can't, just come visit me. I'd love to visit with you. Please have a good night, honey, and sleep good. And don't forget that candle. That's awesome that you're going to start a new journey. Yeah, it's so cool, isn't it, hippie? Good night, Kawanda. Have a good sleep, love. Yes, I love it. It's so cool. It just came today, so when I saw that bead, I was like, I have to have it. And then they put it in the filigree. I'm going to put that site. I don't remember the name of it, but it's an Etsy shop. I'm going to put it in the information bar after the video uploads and everything, and then it lets me edit, if I can. If it'll let me. Maybe I'll go check before I actually upload it. Maybe then it will let me. I don't know. It's hard to get used to how to use it. I'm still kind of new. I'm still kind of new at the lives and stuff. You wouldn't think so with how many I've got out there, but I'm still kind of getting used to putting information in and all that stuff. So, especially with my recording thing, it doesn't let you edit anything itself. So it is a hat pin. It's called a stick pin, but it's like a hat pin. And you can use it in magics, you can write in your candles with it, to scribe in your candles, and you can use it to poke a candle to drip oil in it. You can use it for all kinds of stuff in your magic works. But yeah, it's a hat pin. And you can order them in different lengths. They have them, I think, up to 10 inches. I was like, why in the world would anybody need a 10-inch pin? But I suppose if you had a large hat, then a 10-inch would be good. You takes what you get. It's true. It's true. And I do, on my videos, I don't edit anyway. I'm me. I'm just out there. If an accident happens, it happens. If I get interrupted, I get interrupted. If the phone rings, the phone rings. Oh, a hawthorn stick. That sounds cool. That would be cool. I have this, let me show you this thing I have. I used to use it's dusty, so. This is called a calf thorn. I don't know if you can see. It looks like a bull's head. But it's called a calf thorn or a hoof thorn. It's called a hoof thorn. And it's because it gets stuck around the hooves of the cows, and it can actually, their foot can get all screwed up from it. And I used to use the end of this end, not the pokey ends, because I was afraid it would break, but this end right here, and it broke. So I haven't got to use it in many years. But for years I used that end, and then I broke it. But it looks kind of like it's even got little eyes if you look at it. And it had a pointy nose at one time, and then I broke it years ago. But it looks like an animal. Yeah, they're cool. I don't know where they come from. My mom actually had this in her stuff, and I found it and I started using it as a magical tool till I busted it. So I just keep it on my altar now, my ancestor altar, in her little jar of goodies. It's a cool little thing, isn't it? I've never seen one since or before. Just hers. I wish I could find more of them, though, because I'm sure we could do all kinds of magical workings with them if I could find some. I'm sure I could think of something to do with it. I just don't want to use that one because it's the only one I've ever seen, and it's my mom's. Hi, Art. How you doing? A devil's claw? Is that what it called? Oh, my gosh. My mom always called it a hoof thorn. I found that in her stuff, and she wouldn't let me touch it. And it's funny that she wouldn't let me touch it because then I broke it. When I got a hold of it, I broke it. You're right. I started with wooden tools too. I had a wooden athame that I actually carved, and they're all over Arizona. Oh my gosh. Maybe when we go through Arizona, I can look for some, because I would really like to have some more. But all my stuff was wooden too, because I didn't have the money to buy anything. And now you're right. Everything is just all over the place. I know what you meant. Gotta love that autocorrect. I use speak to text, and it screws me up every time. And it usually, like a friend of mine said today, it usually ends up saying something dirty. Or coming out something dirty. Oh my God, I can't believe it's called a devil's claw. I'm so happy you told me that, because my mom always called it a hoof thorn. She said it would get caught around the hoofs of calves or cows and mess up their hooves. That's so cool, a devil's claw. Damn, that's a neat name for it. Looks like a little animal on the face. It had a pointy nose till I broke it. Yeah, I had a wooden cup too. And you know what? I don't know what happened to my wooden cup. It absolutely disappeared. Oh, that's cool. You carved your pentacle. I could never get it right. Yeah, I knew it was a plant. I just didn't know where they came from or how to get one. I never thought of that either. Devil's claw. I need to write it down though, because I'll forget. I'll forget. I forget everything. Seed pod. I literally forget everything if I don't write it down. I could never get my pentacle to look right. I still can't. Even drawing them, I can't get them to look right. I have to draw circles where each point goes, or I can't get it right, and then they look silly because they've got circles. Buy the seed pods online. That's such a cool thing. I will, definitely, Art. Thank you so much. Oh, I bet you were, Hippie. I am not a very crafty person, I'll be honest. When I do crafts, 9 times out of 10 they turn out looking like a kindergartner or second grader did them. I can do some things, like I did my wand and it came out beautifully. I really love my wand. And I can make wands for other people and they come out looking pretty good. I made my Ouija board. It doesn't work, but I made it and it came out looking all right. So I can do some things, but most crafts that I do end up looking very childlike. I can sew the hell out of anything handmade except clothes. I can't seem to get patterns cut right for some reason. So some things I can do and some things I can't. So I don't get super ambitious when it comes to crafts because I usually stink. 9 times out of 10 it's bad. Oh, I don't know. I'm okay with painting. I do paintings and I do all right with painting. I think I'm a pretty good artist as far as painting goes. I think I do all right with that. I have a painting I hated for the longest time, and a friend of mine helped me see that painting in such a different light that I absolutely love it now. And it's so crooked. There are lines on it that are just, you know, just totally out of whack. But he made me see it from such a light that it just looks beautiful to me now. I love sewing too. I like sewing. I sew my own poppets, and I hand sew, what are they called? Dream pillows and herb pillows and mojo bags, and I hand sew a lot of things, but I cannot make clothes to save my life. And I have 2 sewing machines. I can make a curtain like nobody's business. I can sew a straight line. Yeah, I do abstracts. And I did my first landscape about 2.5 months ago. Yeah, you do have to get out of your own way. And you have to get out of your own head. Because I was looking at this abstract painting as... So I painted it before Hecate actually got through to me. I think she had been calling me for a while. But I painted it before she actually got through to me. And I didn't know what the hell it was. But it ends up, it's a 3-way crossroad. And it's got screwed up lines. It's not a perfect match or anything, but it really is a crossroad. And I know that now, but I didn't know that then. And, you know, the scribbly lines, he said, are because, you know, life is never a straight line. Life is always full of crooks and turns and messes up, and the yellow is because it's a golden thread between you and Hecate. And I mean, he just made it sound so beautiful that now I'm in love with that painting. And before, I absolutely hated it. I had no clue what it meant. I didn't know why it came to me. It just made no sense. It just, I hated that painting. And even when I showed it, although I had an affinity towards it because I had finally discovered it was a crossroad, I still didn't have a super close tie to it. I mean, I loved it because it was a crossroad, but I didn't really have a super close tie to it. And then he critiqued it, and now I'm in love with it. Yeah, it was literally a vision picture. I had no clue what the hell I painted it for. I put magical oils in all my paints so that they're to me they're magical anyway. But yeah, I had no idea what that painting was about. I always let spirit kind of guide my paintings anyway, but I had no idea where that came from or what it was about. And now I do. So I can show it to you. I think it's in a box right here. I've got boxes everywhere, but I think it's right here. Yeah. It is, it is. See the yellow? The yellow lines are kind of crooked. And the white lines are crooked. And they get really thin. But he kind of explained it in a way that made me just go, oh my God, I'm in love with that painting now. Because he's right, nothing in life is straight. Nothing goes as we plan, it's just so sloppy looking in the beginning. It looked really sloppy to me, and now I realize life is sloppy. Life is a mess. Yeah, so I like it a lot better now. Anyway, that's it. But that, yeah, I don't know where it came from. It just came. And that one of all of them is the one that didn't make sense to me. I have a lot of paintings, but that one, I didn't know where it came from or what it meant. It didn't look like any kind of shape or any kind of abstract to me. It just looked like, I have a lot of other paintings that have like merit and they mean something to me, or they have some kind of, I don't know. That one just didn't resonate, and I didn't know where it came from. Oh, that's all I have in that box. But it didn't make any sense to me. Thank you. Thank you. I'm new to Hecate. I'm new to any deity. I'm very new to that. I've been practicing strongly I've been in witchcraft since I was very young, but I've been practicing strongly for about 26 or 27 years. But I've never had a deity ever. I've always just went with God source or something to that effect, and so she just kind of called to me recently. So, oh, really, hippie, which would make sense too, because Wands is my favorite. The Chariot, okay. Wands is my favorite suit, so that even makes sense, and the Chariot makes sense. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, but me and deity that's a very new thing to me. And according to everything that I'm realizing now, Hecate was calling me for quite a long time before I got it through my thick skull. Yes, when you need her most. And that's what I realized, is that I'm going through some things in my life the last she's probably been calling me for at least 2 to 3 years. And I've just realized that, oh my God, this is happening, and it's happening because of all of this. And I've needed her, and I'm so thick-headed I didn't even realize it. Yep, when you need her most, and I do. Yep, it's a wonderful thing, and I'm really learning so much about working with Goddess, and so much about how much I needed her and didn't even realize it. It's kind of an amazing relationship, honestly. Very cool. Okay. So how have you been, Art? What are you up to tonight? I am putting off dinner as long as I can. It's late though. I really do need to get going soon. Everyone's going to be complaining that they're starving. And it's my turn for dinner tonight. And I'm putting it off as long as I can. Getting ready for bed. I'm putting that off too. I hate going to sleep. I always feel like I'm missing something. I go to bed late and I get up fairly early, as early as I possibly can. I'll set my alarm early, but I don't always wake up because sometimes I've gone to bed way too late to get up that early, but I try to set my alarm early. It's 8 o'clock. My family is probably having a fit. What time is it there? Are you in the States? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock and my family is probably having fits because they're starving. We don't normally eat until 7:30 or 8. We don't normally eat till then. Oh, it's 10. Okay. Yeah, it's not too late. My son-in-law works until 7:30, so don't we... Oh, you're in Texas. That's where I'm moving. We don't normally eat until 7:30 or 8 because my son-in-law works until 7:30. So sometimes we have dinner done at 7:30, sometimes it's 8. The problem is tonight it's 8 and we're not eating yet. So they're probably having fits in there. Yeah, I'm moving to Texas in about a month to a month and a half, somewhere in between the end of April to mid-May. We're moving to Texas, to eastern Texas, southern eastern Texas, down by the Gulf there. It's a little town called Angleton, about an hour and 15 minutes south of Houston. I am so excited. I cannot wait. My son lives there. So we're moving to be closer to my son, who I've seen only 3 times in the last 5 years, I think. 3 times in the last 5 years. So, and we're all moving. Myself, my daughter, and my son-in-law, and my husband. We're all moving there. So it's going to be a nice little family reunion. I do have another son and another daughter, and they live in Washington, and they're not moving. Oh, you're in Dallas. Okay. You are near Lady Gravedancer. She is in, oh my Lord, I just had it and just lost it. Gah. I just lost it. Starts with a G. I'm in Cali right now, yeah, Bucky. Yep. Northern Cali, up by Redding. Yes, I'm very lucky. Yeah, we were going to go, and then she said, you know what, I hate my job. I got my EMT license, national, and I'm ready to go, so I'm going to move too. And I was just shocked, absolutely shocked. No, it's not Grapevine, it's Garrett, oh hell, what's the name of it? I want to say Garrison, but that's not it. Garland. I got it. Garland. She lives in Garland. Where are you at, Bucky? Yeah, it's Garland. Garland, Texas. Somewhere near Dallas. Not super close, I don't think, but somewhere near Dallas. Oh, where are you, Bucky? Garland, yeah. You're in Fresno. Oh my God, that is close. I think you told me that before. Yeah, I'm in Northern California by Redding. Yes, Fresno. I used to live, I think I remember telling you, I used to live in Madera and Merced and Modesto, Turlock, around in that area. Oh, you have a daughter in Costa Rica. That's cool. Lucky daughter. Her channel name is, the one in Garland, her channel name is The Lady Gravedancer. She's awesome. And then another one in Texas is Trina, and her name is Sunshine Morning Ray, all one name, Morning Ray, R-A-E. Sunshine is the first one, and then Morning Ray, R-A-E. Okay, old hippie, it was so good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Have a good night and sleep well. Lots of love back at you, honey. Who else? There's so many in Texas. I'm trying to think. Oh, Ravenflower, she just moved. I forget everything too, Bucky. Trust me. If you hadn't have said Fresno, I wouldn't have remembered. Yeah, Ravenflower used to live in Texas, and she just moved to DC. There are more that live there, but I'm not remembering. But there's a lot more witches that live in Texas. There are so many, and there's many that are moving there. Jen, the taxidermy witch, is moving. She's going to be in the Houston area, and I'm going to be in the Angleton area, not far from her, so we're going to meet up and get to be friends, which is going to be awesome. We're already friends, but we're going to get to actually be friends. Yeah, I know. But you know what? I freeze to death all the time. You see me wearing a bulky sweater, and I live in Northern California where it's really not cold, but I am freezing all the time. I have a thyroid disorder, so I'm always cold. So I think I'm going to be okay with that humidity, I think. And I'm so looking forward to being, a lot of YouTubers do, Bucky, you're right. I think I'm looking forward to the humidity because you can grow just like anything there. You can grow every plant in the world there. And I love to garden. I love to garden. So I'm excited about that. And the sea is right there, and I love the sea. I grew up near the ocean, so it's going to be nice to be back near the ocean again. Especially with 80-degree water. My God, I'm looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to that. I can't imagine what that's going to be like. Okay, guys, I got to get off here. My family is probably starving to death. But I have to go make dinner because they're probably going to shrivel. But thank you for visiting with me and coming by and hanging with me. It was awesome. Helping me stall so I didn't have to go cook. Good night, Art. I hope to see you again. Have a good night. Bucky, thank you for coming by again. All my lurkers, have a good evening. I won't let them starve. I'll go feed them. It's late. Good night, Bucky. Love you guys. Remember, you're all divine and sacred beings of light and love. And I love you dearly. Talk to you soon. Bye.